I mentioned before that I'm not OCD on too much. I'm really not. I'm not messy, but I'm also not OCD. I'm comfortable putting effort into keeping things organized and yet not being overly pedantic on sorting and stuff like that because, well, colorblind and other things don't have the time or the color or the inclination. I am pretty OCD on networking, which is part of what I do for a living, and documenting, which is something I definitely do for a living for IT stuff. But this is what bothers me. So here we are. I'm laying out the monorail track on top so I can eliminate, I mentioned in other videos, these big, come on, I should have been ready for this. These big trees that I used to have, these support structures that I used to have to put back there to hold up all the monorail track in the back. And nobody saw them because they're hidden in the back. But one of the purposes of the corridor / observation level here was so I could eliminate those supports for the upper monorail track and even that monorail track in the back there by using the actual corridors monorail supports. And this is a brilliant idea. So I like when things serve more than one purpose. I really do. And so yeah, so building this corridor the way I did here, because remember I told you it was basically straight across to there before, and it was blocking this landing pad, and it always bothered me. But I wanted a corridor because of the moon base standard and all. I love the moon base ideas. So I started designing this moon base corridor, this observation, so the people standing here, and here can see what's going on down here. See what's going on down there, Bennett. And as I say, one of the purposes of the moon base corridor was not just to stop the corridor, that was the original corridor, from blocking this pad, but also to have supports for the monorail. And since I eliminated the tree, I just got to use my standard monorail supports on the first level there. So I got one there, and I'll probably put one there. I'll have to see. But up here, so you got the platform over here, right? This is the platform at the bottom or the middle of the big, huge tower. And the tower's way back in there. And you can see right there is that thing right here. And so this monorail comes around here and goes over here, goes here and goes into the space and swoops down to level 3 and comes out here and goes to the habitat. And then the one in the back, which goes around, I can't do it right now because of course it's too close to the edge, also comes through here. In the original plans, when I used to have the big layout, that one came out here and it went that way to Jeff's air station, and that's future again. So again, this thing serves multiple purposes. If I do more stuff in the future, it'll go back to the original where that rail goes that way. But right now it goes through this space, which is fine, the monorail station. So this is where my OCD kicks in. So there's one support there, and you can see that it comes down right here on top of this 2x6 right next to there, and there's the center line. And then over here, this monorail support comes right down top of this guy. So it's one stud over, right? I need it to be one stud that way, or the corridor to be one stud this way. That's right. I didn't even conceive of that this thing's one stud off. And the reason why it's one stud off, I was trying to work it out for a while, is because I have 4 studs coming out here. 3 studs coming out here. Should have been 4. And then there would have been one less on this side to push the whole corridor that way by 1 stud. And it worked out perfectly. My issue is that I'm not going to redesign that, because now here's the next part. So this is the connector to the main base, and there's 4 studs, 4 stud window, 4 studs, 4 stud window, and 4 studs. So I'd have to lose a stud somewhere in there. It'd probably be here, so this would only be 3 studs. But that kind of gets rid of this thing idea here, blah, blah, blah. No, so I am not going to shorten that by 1 stud. I'm not going to do it because it's nice and even right now. And that side's nice and even right now. So I'm going to either just attach the monorail on the 2 stud connectors on this side, like move the whole the support over 1 stud, so it only connects to the 2 instead of the 4. So and do the same thing on that one. So or leave them exactly as is right now and not worry about it, because not only do those supports have to support this monorail track here, but I have to build a little branch out so it supports the monorail track on that side over there. So that's what I'm going to focus on right now. So I'm probably going to leave the supports exactly where they are, and I will just build out 12 that way or 10 that way, and then have another cantilevered out. I'll figure that out. I'll have to relocate this thing somewhere where I can actually build that, because of course that's over top of my shelf and I have no room to build it right now. So that's it. That's all. That's where we are. Just a little miffed. I mean, I expected not to go down the center. I expected to be over that way, because I tried to push this thing back as far as possible and keep it nice. But I did not expect it to be centered on this guy. And I wasn't wanting it to be centered on this guy this way. But I did want it to be centered this way. But c'est la vie. That's the trials and tribulations of building these things. So this is where I am. And I'm liking it. I'm liking the support now, so the monorails can come across here and be fully supported. And this is fully supported, and that's fully supported, and this is fully supported. And this is kind of just hanging on the side of the building, but that's fine. It's actually locked into the monorail station. So I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. I'm liking this corridor a lot. It's solving a lot of problems, and I can't complain about it at all. So it's much better than it was. It adds a lot more detail than the old corridor did. And I think it makes a nice feature. And it does open this whole area up. So that's where I am. I'm going to put it on it a little bit more. And I will talk to you guys all later. Stay safe. Take care. I hope you're having a good weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.